Is it the end of Canadian immigration? You might have been watching a lot of other videos on internet in the recent days about the different changes that Canada has made and people getting angry on the immigration system that it's getting eradicated with the passage of time. Well, I assure you at the end of this video, you will definitely come to know what's cooking in Canada, what are the different plans of the Canadian government about its immigration programs in the future, and will the federal government be able to cope up with all these situations, and will it be able to get the fruitful results it has aimed at? First of all, why these all things have happened. So let's find out the exact implementation of different rules that Canada started in August. First of all, on 26th of August, the Canadian government started a new rule according to which the visitors would not be able to convert their visitor status into a work permit from within Canada. Secondly, on 28th of August, the country also announced that the temporary foreign worker program will be having a lot of changes. According to that, the people who were to apply for the low wage stream programs would not be issued an LMI report in the metropolitan cities where the unemployment rate is at 6 or more than 6%. Furthermore, it was also announced that the partners will not be able to join their spouses on the TFWP program. The visa duration of TFWP program will also reduce from 2 to 1 year, and furthermore, the employers were restricted that they could not issue more than 10% of their employers' quota to the temporary foreign worker program. Furthermore, on 19th of September, more changes came into action when the government announced that it wants to down the temporary residence in the country till 2026 from 7 to 5%. The different changes also included at that time the tougher migration policy for the asylum seekers. Furthermore, the spouses of the student visa holders at the master level program who could only join them if their spouses have a program of more than 16 months in Canada. And furthermore, there was a cap set on the student visas for the international student program, and that was cut down as compared to the previous year. And this hasn't stopped there. Canada also further announced in the last week of October through ASTC that the people who are applying through the temporary foreign worker program for the high wage stream work visas, they will have to show a 20% of more salary threshold starting from 8th of November. And afterwards, it came the big stage when on 24th of October, the Canadian government announced its annual immigration level program, in which it decided that alone for 2025, a 20% of the cut into the immigration level targets was announced. This means the lesser people would be able to go to Canada in the future, and the program was decided from 2025 to 2027, except from the categories of French-speaking community and highly skilled migration. All other categories saw a decrease in the quota and the admission allocation. This means less numbers international students and the visitors and workers would be able to go to Canada in the next 3 years. Let's find out the 5 important reasons why Canada has decided this whole thing. First of all, the Canadian government wants to cut the immigration level plan to 20%. Secondly, Canada also wants to reduce the number of temporary residents in the country to 5% from 7%. In the viewpoint of Canadian government, this will decrease the ratio of unemployment rate. Furthermore, Canada also rolled back the temporary foreign worker program that it also started in 2020 for certain reasons, and now they are making a lot of hurdles for that program. Furthermore, Canada wants to use its temporary residents who are already staying in Canada. They have got their settlement in the country, and furthermore, they have got the Canadian experience so that they could merge better into the local labor market. And also, if Canada stops issuing a lot of temporary residence visas in the future, it would be able to meet its target of reaching its ratio to 5% till 2026. And furthermore, it could also use the locally available temporary residents to fulfill the needs of the local labor market. Furthermore, over the past few months, Canada has regularly shown interest in increasing the French-speaking community in the country outside of Quebec, and this is why the number of allocation or the admissions for the French-speaking people has been increased compared with the past. On the other hand, the Canadian government also want to increase the number of highly skilled immigrants in the country, and this is why through Express Entry program the number of allocations has been increased. So this is all. These are the aims that Canadian government wants to achieve, and the Canadian immigration is not ending, it's not dying, and the Canadian government does not want to end its immigration programs. Instead, these are the all reasons and the aims that I have elaborated in front of you, which has caused these all changes. But we are not sure 100% in future will these all help the Canadian government to cope up with, because many other countries like UK and mainly Germany and other EU countries are also looking for skilled workers from around the world, and they are introducing a lot of good new rules, such as decreasing the number of years one wants to stay in the country to get the permanent residency or the citizenship, and furthermore more and more benefits for spouses and families of the skilled workers. So in future, when Canada has loosened its grip onto its immigration programs through these strict immigration rule changes, will it be able to get back again the tempo that it had once kept on going till 2024? The time will tell us about it, but for you, there's no worry about applying for a visa for different streams in the upcoming years. If you are eligible, if you are qualified enough, these quotas and admission and allocations of different immigration streams are good enough for you as well to try your luck out. So don't worry, you will be able to get any type of visa in Canada if you qualify according to the eligible criteria. And the immigration programs will stay there, and they will be focusing more on quality immigrants instead of the normal temporary residents. What are your thoughts on all these changes made by the Canadian government over the past few months? Share your thoughts. I'll be more than happy to read those out. Till next time,